Never mind, wrong button. 3, 2, 1.
Hello, we're about at the midpoint of the semester. We're getting there. And my name is Professor Rigolino. I've seen you online, and here's my little dog Norbu, who wants to say hello. I'm going to put her down for a minute and just talk to you about what we're doing right now. We're finishing up the autobiography of the ex-colored man. And as I told the class in some of my lecture notes, I discovered this novel when I was an undergraduate. And it's something that is not widely taught anymore or very often. I find it a very interesting novel because it was published at a time when, well, at first it was published as a work of nonfiction, which is very unusual. And then it was re-released about 10 years after its initial publication as a work of fiction, because it is a work of fiction. And here's a quote I'd like for you to think about when you're composing your posts. So let me just bring that up. In these pages, it is as though a veil had been drawn aside. The reader is given a view of the inner life of the Negro in America, and is initiated into the Freemasonry, as it were, of the race. And what I'd like you to think about, my question really is this. Are these words, now these words were from the editors of the first edition, are these words the words only of the editors, Johnson's editors, people who were trying to sell this book to white audiences? Or do you think Johnson also shares this vision? Is he seeking to, quote, initiate his white readers by showing them the, quote, inner lives of people of color? Or is this narrator perhaps someone who is not being forthright? And can we trust this narrator? So I'm adding this whole kind of other layer for you to think about. All right, our next novel will be A Mercy by Toni Morrison. I always teach a Toni Morrison novel. I mean, after all, she is a Nobel Prize winner. And the interesting thing about this novel is that it is a new novel, a newer novel, and it is about a period in history that we don't often think about, we don't often even kind of romanticize, that pre-Revolutionary War period, well before slavery, and well before a lot of the social structures, economic structures, and racial segregation were put in place. So I'd love to know what you think about A Mercy. And then, of course, we have our other novels coming up. As you can tell, one of my favorites, Miss Lonely Heart, and we'll end the semester with Watchmen. So I can see my dog Norbu is calling me, and I look forward to reading the rest of your posts about the autobiography. Bye.